Oh please, cry me a river, Donnie. You get as much as you dish out, and you know it. Hey world, so it goes without saying that the administration of the Orange Toad is one of the most fascist and corrupt governments that we have seen in recent years. As I've been saying all across my social media ever since he's been re-elected, in fact now that I come to think about it, I've been saying the very same thing since he had been originally elected in 2016. And that is to keep fighting, keep protesting, do not give Trump and his maggot cronies a moment of peace. They do not deserve it. So Trump has caused a lot of damage for a lot of minorities. As a gay man myself, I feel compelled to talk about this, and so I will. So according to a recent article by The Advocate, court blocks Trump admin's anti-LGBTQ+ restrictions on grants for domestic violence and homeless shelters. That article headline alone sounds totally insane, but what exactly was the intended action from Trump with this proposal? So if this goes through, and it still could as this is a temporary block, what this would mean would be stripping away funding from organizations who are there to assist and aid survivors of domestic and sexual violence, along with LGBTQ+ youth and people experiencing homelessness. So essentially putting those who are already in vulnerable situations in more dire situations, and making those people feel more isolated and even more at risk. So anyone supporting stripping that funding, stripping that assistance away from those who clearly really need it, if you are the type of person who supports that, you clearly are void of human decency. And all you're doing is attempting to dehumanize those who need support. And that to me is so disgusting. And of course, conservatives will try to argue that this is a financial tactic and he has to do it. But the thing is, that is bullshit. That is total bullshit. It is a targeted decision, and quite frankly, he has a pattern of targeting minorities. He's always been like this. The only difference is that Trump now has even more yes men who are too afraid to challenge him. So it is so vital that Trump is challenged, is ridiculed, is scrutinized by everyone else. With that all said, it should be noted that Trump quite often acts out of his authority. He still has not quite grasped the very simple concept that he is not a king. He is not an emperor of any sort. And I know he doesn't care about democracy, but nevertheless, due process and checks and balances still apply, and he is not above that. And believe you me, he will try to pretend that he is above it all, and when it doesn't quite work out, he will whine and he will moan about Congress and the press, and he will say how badly he's been treated and that no other president has been treated this badly. Oh please, cry me a river, Donnie. You get as much as you dish out, and you know it. In fact, I'm probably being too generous by saying that, because the reality is what he is doing to minority groups in the United States is nothing compared to how he thinks he's been treated. Because how he's been treated is pretty justified. He is a convicted criminal. A 34-time convicted criminal. Need I remind you. So for now, this proposal has been temporarily blocked. The plaintiff stated, and I quote, "We welcome the court's decision to grant our motion to halt the Trump-Vance administration's unlawful and dangerous funding restrictions. These conditions threaten to undermine decades of progress in supporting survivors of violence, LGBTQI+ youth, and unhoused individuals. Our organizations exist to serve everyone with compassion and equity, and we will not be forced to choose between our values and mission and the communities we serve. The court's order is a critical step in protecting life-saving programs and ensuring that the providers across the country can continue their work without political interference. We brought this case because we have seen firsthand the harm these restrictions would cause. This ruling affirms what we have long known, that the law does not permit any government to use its funding power to force service providers to abandon their core principles. So what I would say is that I would urge not just all minorities, but anyone in the United States with a progressive mind to keep fighting. No matter what Trump and his zombie fanatics try to tell you, keep fighting. Trump thinks he can do whatever he wants. He can't. This point has to be made very clear for him. Let your voices be heard. Do not be silenced. Do not make this easy for Trump or any maggot supporting him. They do not deserve even a second of peace. They no longer deserve the benefit of the doubt at this point. We are well past that stage. So keep fighting and don't give conservatives a moment of peace. Let them know how we really feel and don't apologize for it. So until next time everyone, thank you so much for watching this video and supporting this channel. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you would like to see more, and feel free to participate in the conversation of this topic by posting a comment down below. Please be constructive and respectful to others as you do so. And if you would like, you can also submit a video response by submitting that to the Nerdy Keat Reddit, link down below in the description. And until next time, everyone, I will see you in the next video.